to another episode of We love to talk about exciting subjects in science, medicine, robotics, astronomy, futuristic ideas, music, or anything interesting in the news. So let's get into it. Did you know in the news? Hello everyone. I am back for another episode of Did You Know? But this episode today is different. I want to basically see if I can do one of these live. I'm new to this. I feel, a little uncomfortable. I can admit that, but I have to practice, right? So, what I'm talking about today is something simple. Starting out to see if I can get my stamina up to talking to you all one-on-one live, instead of doing all the video editing and trying to get through things, and then basically tell you all the purpose of why I am doing different episodes. Now, the episodes that I do and I like to cover, it's a lot of interesting things, like a jack of all trades when it comes to news. Pretty much not just focusing on one type, but just different things that look interesting out there in the news. You know, when you like walking down the street or you're strolling the internet and all of a sudden like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's how I kind of look at all this information, because there's like so much information out there that we can't possibly consume all of it. So based on how I choose to consume information from certain spaces on the internet, it depends on how the approach is when they actually present the information. So it's like being a teacher at school. Some people can grasp the way a teacher teaches compared to another. Same thing with finding out information. It could be the same way. So to get to it today, as you see on your screen, we are talking about the Meta Quest Pro. Now, I have a Quest. I have the other version, the one before this, and I can admit, I'm pretty intrigued with how it operates and it feels, because when COVID happened, I was actually on my Quest, and the reason I had my Quest is because I want it for my job, like a lottery drawing. As a matter of fact, let me show you the picture of it. Yeah, this one right here. Yes, this one. I won this one, and it was during COVID. You see, $3.99. I think it was $2.99 at the time. I can't remember, but it was during COVID that happened. And then I went on here and I had my Netflix on there, and then you have the Pluto app. And it's like you inside of a movie theater, and everything is like there, and the music's in your ear, and it's like you're there alone by yourself. Or you can join some of the rooms that have people or strangers in these movie places watching them with you. And I loved it. It kept me company because I lived by myself. So it worked out fine. I met friends. They had concerts on here, a lot of events. So it's a great way to meet people virtually. I mean, choose how you want to present. I mean, you can go into a chat room like a Twitter space or a blog, but when you like virtually into a room where people walking in, you can actually see someone, and you're talking to them and they see you, and you're talking back to them and interacting virtually in the metaverse. Look at me, I'm stuttering. It's pretty. I'm telling you, it's great. So get in now while you can. But back to the new Meta Quest Pro, our most advanced headset yet. A whole new way to work, create, and collaborate. Now, the starting price is $14.99, $1,500. You can pre-order it now. You can look at this different ways. My opinion on this is, when you look at this price, what else in your life that you have that you swear you need that costs around this? Something you might use every day. Isn't the new iOS 14 Pro a little off? I mean, it might be like what, $200 less or so, but based on the size of the hard drive, same price as this. Now, my philosophy is if I already have an older version of this Apple device, Apple iPhone, it does everything I initially wanted to do. It can take the camera, pictures, you can do your movies already. You can make phone calls, right? Surf the web, pay bills. But if you want to go the new direction, more innovative way, to connect, you might as well just save that old version of the iPhone or even the iPad. I see they put the new chip in there, but yeah, you might as well save that old version and update to something different. Go into the metaverse so you at least be connected that way. You're already connected into the ecosystem of the iPad and the iPhone. But going into the meta, that's something new, different. Get in now while you can because it's growing. Don't be around here 4 years later talking about, oh my God, I should have got in when I did and I learned it back then, because now Meta is training people to learn how to promote within Meta. So it is $14.99. The new possibilities one headset here. It looks nice and sleek. Oh yeah, look at that design. That is much thinner than the version that I have. It's much thicker. If you go look at this yourself, you'll see. But it looks sleeker. Even the eye space looks bigger. Yeah, it doesn't look as heavy. Now I'm thinking, hey, Christmas is coming up. $14.99. Instead of getting that new iPhone, I am seriously looking at the Meta Quest Pro. What can the Meta Quest Pro do for you? Ready to explore? Let's dive in. Work in virtual world. Now, I'm admit I did try the virtual. It's weird because remember the movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise? And they're sitting there. You have to get used to it. Once you get used to moving your hands and how to pinch and do stuff like how the iPhone first came out, you had to sit there and touch the screen when they moved the buttons from the BlackBerry. And it's the same thing concept. Once you learn how to move and navigate and help out with the development of this by at least reporting the information as far as helping out the performance, it's going there. It's going the virtual world. Let me see. Working virtual, stay in the real world. With breakthrough, high resolution mixed reality, you can engage effortlessly with the virtual world while maintaining presence in your physical space in high def color. Man, that's nice. Collaborate and mix reality together apart. New ways to design. It looks much, yeah, it's lighter. And you see right here, I can see the accessory. You can have it like this to where you can be engulfed in the screen, but they have an extra piece. If you want complete darkness accessory, that will block that out to where you can be in complete darkness. So what do you think, guys? For Christmas, think about it. Instead of a new iPhone, iPad, I pass up the new one this time and just jump into the Meta. And it's have a nice case too. This is sleek. This is nice. I really might look into this. Build a new living room from your living room. What if you could walk around inside of a house or a building built before it's built? Or lift the skyscraper up? Yeah, that's true. With one hand to examine its structure integrity. With the resolution mixed reality pass through, you and your colleagues can do that and more. It's all coming, because remember when Google tried to do the Google Glasses, but now they're just doing it this way so you get used to it before they implement it, which Apple is doing some kind of virtual device also. The graphics are getting much better. New ways to, even if you're across the world, if you feel like you're across the table, if they have a demo like at Best Buy, one of these stores out, or if you know a friend that has one, just go there and try it. Get Get your avatar, elevate innovative attentions to detail. Those graphics, like the ultimate wearable technology. They'll probably do this because the first version, you have it, but you can tend to get tired with having it on your face for a while or until the battery dies out. But this obviously is designed for longer wear. Spending that much money, $1,500, you it needs to have a comfortable design if you're going to be in there for long hours. Let's see what else. Look at reality through the entire new lens with slimmed down and optical stack by over 40% compared to the Quest 2. You can see it visibly using our innovative patented pancake lens and optics technology, which works by folding light inside the optical module, delivering 75% greater contrast with 1.3 larger color gamut colors and more vibrant. So now what I wonder, would it be more vibrant? How is the heat on the eyes? I mean, or it's being that brightness to your eyes. So it has the local dimming quantum dot technology, which I would probably want to, what does that really mean? If we don't want to go too much into detail, but right now, oh, see, look at this. See how it looks? This is how it looks inside of the headphones. Not the headphones, I'm sorry, I meant my Quest. But you have to get used to tapping to make sure that you could, once you get used to the pinching of the side of the screen of the browsers, and then moving over and switching and knowing how to tap the screen in order to do what it does, like if you're just right clicking on a mouse, then it gets better once you learn how to actually work it. The multitasking, right? It's new superpower. Whatever you need to do, you have to have a new superpower. Pop open multi-resizable screens to organize tasks, work on new ideas, stream podcasts, new feed, playlists, or simply messaging friends. You know what's so crazy about this? When I was in there, you can have as many of these windows as you like. If you can handle it, you can have 10. Imagine doing like the stock market. And you know how all these guys have the different monitors? If you inside this virtually, you'll be wherever you want to be, with those multiple screens with you all the time. I can see this. Oh, that's a nice controller. See the grooves around the button? The button there is like a lizard foot, a gecko. This is nice, sleek design. I like that. Reach out and touch VR. Totally impossible with the intuitive in-hand controllers, including with your headset. That's a nice look. See how they just get you? Have that nice, clean look sitting there like, hey, come get me. You ready? So, all the goods that it comes with to start working, creating, and collaborating. The MetaQuest Touch Pro controllers charging dock with a rapid USB-C power adapter, 10 advanced VR MR sensors, 256 gigabytes of storage. Now you gotta realize some of these games, depending on what you plan on putting on there, if it's like movies or if it's some of these games, they are big. So when you're probably purchasing this, make sure you take that into account. 12 gigabytes of RAM and a Snapdragon XR2 Plus quantum processor. Okay. What's in the box? Definitely get the MetaQuest Pro headset. Get these nice controllers, a charging dock, which is right there. Protective cover, and here's the partial light blockers that I mentioned. Got some wrist straps for your controllers and charging cable adapters. Take full control of your favorite apps. Backwards compatible, allows you to access the MetaQuest app catalog to enjoy your favorite games, entertainment apps, and more. Dropbox. You definitely can use your Dropbox. Immersed. This is definitely, if you're not familiar with it, it's like a software that allows you to work on multiple screens and work virtually. some of these software here I'm not familiar with, but I will definitely check that out. Now see, this is a nice case. See how the case is? Now, for all of that, like I was saying earlier, for $14.99, you get an iPhone or iPad. The iPad with the keyboard and the mouse. Not the mouse, but the pen. Or you can have all of this for $14.99 and you're into the Matrix. Metaverse. Nice. Something to think about. New iPhone, new iPad, or iPad, or a Mac Air, or the Meta. And you can work from this. I mean, you can hook a keyboard up to it, a physical keyboard, if you're not used to the virtual keyboard. Got some nice VR earphones, some extra link cable that, well, this is probably good for if you like want some extra length in order to sit back or do some things or move around. Now, if you come up to the top here, tech specs. Well, we already read this about what it comes with and what's included. We see all the things here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Anything over here? What's in the box? Requirements. Of course, we all know we need that Meta account. Now, what I'm noticing, what I didn't see here, let's see, maybe if I hit pre-order. What happened? Okay. Maybe because I have my screen in full screen, I have a pop-up. But what I was trying to do here is I wanted to see the bill, like basically, let's go back here. When you actually pre-order, I wanted to see if when we're building it, what other pieces can you actually modify this? Pick a bigger storage or more RAM. It doesn't mention anything about choosing that, so I was gonna test to see. So if you bear with me 1 second while I go over here, I click pre-order here. Oh, see, nope. When you click the pre-order, it says estimate delivery is by October 25th if I decide to order now. But as far as in trying to configure or have a bigger hard drive or more storage or not, like 64 or 256, it's not, it comes standard. That is standard. Looks like it. So let me know what you think, guys. Will you be trying this out? Were you thinking about getting one? Would you think that does that make sense to you to actually buy this over an iPhone if you have an iPhone already, or if you have an iPad already, and if you just want to get to the virtual? Because when is the Apple supposed to let their when is Apple supposed to release their virtual glasses? I don't know. So I don't know. This is very interesting to me. And you know what else I noticed? When you come here, they have free classes to teach you how to promote within the metaverse. Let's see, where did I see that? Did I see it here? Like, it's about learning about, well, we'll probably click on learn. Yes, the future of connection with 3D, virtual reality. There's a spot here that we can take classes. Creators. Let's see if that's Meta for creators, programs, getting started, tools. Maybe I should do a stream on how to, or with the class, and actually how to sign up for it. Cause me looking for it just right here, I can't. Wait a minute. Maybe. Oh, this is just a beginner on how to create the page. But we're good. All right, so let me know, guys. What do you think about purchasing the new Meta Quest Pro? Is it something that you would think about getting or investing within yourself and your business, or is it a pass? Let me know in the comments, and stay safe, and I'll see you soon.